Well, hello everyone and happy Monday. I'm digital host AJ Wuest, excited to bring another Before the Four to you. If you're a mother watching this right now, including my own, I hope you all had a fantastic Mother's Day. You are all champions and you all deserve the best. Also, if you're new to Before the Four, welcome. This is just a little interactive live stream for you all where I talk about WAFF's top stories before the evening newscasts. And you know, we like to make it very interactive and fun, so feel free to leave a comment on Facebook. I can see it right here if you do so. But anyway, I want to thank you all for starting your week off here with me on Before the Four. Now, let's dive into today's top story, shall we? And let me pull it up for you all right here. So, here is the first story. A huge new development is coming to the city of Muscle Shoals. Now, officials announced today that a $65 million investment in local sports facilities is coming to Muscle Shoals. Now, officials called this new development the new athletic and event center development and will use 66 acres of space for a mixed use. The space will serve both indoor and outdoor purposes and will host very large regional sports tournaments. And here is a photo of what this new complex is going to look like. The next photo right there, that is another view. And here are some of the renderings for this new project out in Muscle Shoals. There's like 6 basketball courts right there, which is very impressive. And wow, so that is the new facility right there. So very neat. So for more on this new development, 48's Aria Pond, she'll be providing more details in tonight's newscast. So make sure you stick around for that. Also, another story. Now in Huntsville, Governor Ivey, she was in town today to speak at the Von Braun Center. Now, this was in the Saturn Ballroom this afternoon in front of 1,000 people. The governor spoke about Mercedes-Benz, the union vote, and what it could mean for auto manufacturers here in the state of Alabama. So stay tuned for WAFF's evening newscast for more on what Governor Ivey had to say here in Huntsville. Also, 48's Matthew King, he will be bringing you a story on the Handy Gals here in Huntsville. And what exactly are the Handy Gals? They are a business here in Huntsville that works, they work as contractors to improve homes here in the Tennessee Valley. Now, Matthew King, he will be giving you some live updates on the latest on what the Handy Gals are doing to clean up from the storm damage that we saw just a few days ago. So stick around for that. Matthew King will be giving you the latest on that. Also, another story. Let's go back to that page. So, 3 are dead after officials say lightning potentially struck a home in Lawrence County, Tennessee on Thursday. Now, fire crews responded to the home on Morgan Road up in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, just before 8 in the morning on Thursday. Victims of the fire include 7-year-old Jackson Wisner, 18-year-old Elizabeth Brown, and 28-year-old Travis Wisner. Now, authorities say Elizabeth was pregnant at the time of the fire. Officials say the family did not have a smoke detector inside the home at the time of the fire. A very sad story there. And also out in Marshall County, that is not there. Right here, yep. Out in Marshall County, a man is serving 30 months for manslaughter at the Bullitt Correctional Facility. He was pronounced dead according to authorities. Now, according to the Alabama Department of Corrections, 31-year-old Wesley Abernathy, that's who you see there, he was found suffering from a medical issue inside of his cell just yesterday. Now, Abernathy, he was taken to the prison's healthcare unit, but the medical staff were unable to revive him, and he was pronounced dead. Now, the ADOC Law Enforcement Services Division is currently investigating Abernathy's death. The cause of his death has not been released at this time. And another story, now this is out in DeKalb County. A Rainsville man will face up to 10 years in prison for sexually assaulting a woman who had dementia. Now, DeKalb County deputies say Donald Robbins, that's who you see on screen there, he sexually touched an elderly woman who could not grant consent. Now, Robbins was found guilty of sexual abuse last week. His sentencing hearing is set for June 12th. So, very sad story there. Now, you know, if you were looking up Friday night, chances are you saw quite a few pretty lights. And we asked you all to send in some photos of the Northern Lights. And let's take a look at what you guys had to send, because there was a lot of good stuff there. But let's pull up photo here, right here. Look at these pretty lights. All right, so this was from Joe Wheeler State Park. Lauren Cross took that. Wow, very pretty. You can see the greens, you can see the purples, the pinks. Very pretty. We're at Joe Wheeler State Park. This is in New Market. Ashley Cagle took this photo. Very pretty. The sky, it quite literally looks like cotton candy. Like, the sky looks edible right now. And that is in Meridianville. Wow, that's a very good photo in Decatur. Very nice job. Advertisement. Rogersville. Very nice. Very purple. Yeah, out in Madison. Very nice. So, yeah, if you guys were around on Friday, you definitely got to see those Northern Lights. Some very good pictures. Those are just a few of the pictures that you guys sent in. But if you want to see the full story and see all the pictures there, just go to WAFF.com. And honestly, in the search bar, just type in Northern Lights across the Tennessee Valley, and you can find it right there. But very awesome pictures, and I mean, it was just so gorgeous. It's not every day you get to see the Northern Lights here in the Tennessee Valley, so I'm glad a lot of you took advantage of that awesome opportunity. So that is very cool. Well, another story, and let's pull this back up right here. Sorry, bear with me 1 second, y'all, if you're watching at home. Oh, I do see a comment. This is from Terry Haswell. Thank you for this info on Facebook, of course. I'm absolutely happy to help. And I like to talk about today's top stories. So stay tuned with me right before 4 o'clock, and I'll give you the spiel, everything that's going on before the evening newscast. So thank you for commenting, Terry. I greatly appreciate it. So let's dive into the next story. So a Huntsville man, he was convicted for his role in the January 6th breach of the U.S. Capitol. Now, Brian Smith was his name. He was found guilty of civil disorder and assaulting, resisting, and impeding certain officers. Now, in addition to the 2 felony charges Smith currently faces, he was also found guilty of 4 misdemeanors. Now, according to court documents, Smith was present on the lower west terrace of the Capitol building on January 6th. He was captured on body camera footage confronting officers at a security barricade. Now, evidence also showed that Smith had a stun gun with him and was used against an officer on the day of the riot. Smith will be sentenced on August 20th for his involvement in the January 6th Capitol breach. And also, Senator Tuberville, he was in New York today. He was in court to voice his support for former President Donald Trump during his hush money trial. And this is what Senator Tuberville had to tweet earlier. So that is what he had to say there. Now, we need to get into the stories you just don't want to miss. So there are beautiful new murals in Madison. There is 5 beautiful new murals in Madison, 5 facts about weight loss drugs, and of course, prepping your wallet ahead of severe weather. Now, these are stories you're just not going to want to miss, so make sure you all stick around for tonight's newscast because you're just not going to want to miss it. And as I mentioned earlier, Mother's Day was yesterday, and we had to ask people here in Huntsville to talk a little bit about their mom in their life. Now let's take a listen. I'll go back here.
So much. She's always kind, and she stands up for me no matter what the circumstances are. She says what she thinks would be right, and she helps me.
She's special to me because she's always taking care of us and making sure we're okay.
My mom is special because she has been with me on my best days and my worst days. She always gives me love, encouragement, and everything that you would want and exude in a mother.
She never gives up on me or her ambitions or anything that she's involved in. She loves everybody in her life, and she will never stop loving me.
My mom is special because she's always caring about people, and she loves everybody, and she loves taking pictures.
My children are absolutely my hands down best blessing that God has ever given me. And to be able to be a mother and to be their mother, it makes my day.
Take care of your moms. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh my goodness. How sweet was that? And yeah, for any of you mothers at home watching right now, I want to thank you for what you do, including my mom. My mom is the greatest person ever. So, I have to shout out all the mothers out there. Thank you for doing what you do. Without mothers, this world would be a very, very dangerous and scary place. I don't know if we would want to be on this planet without mothers. But thank you so much. That was so sweet. I'm literally tearing up right now because that was adorable. But anyway, let's get into our Facebook fun segment. And if you are returning to Before the Four, you know exactly what this is. We ask you all questions on Facebook, and y'all respond, and y'all usually respond with very good responses. So let's see what you all had to say. Let's pull it up real quick. Playlist. All right, our question was thin or thick crust pizza. I'm going to pull this. Yeah, I'm going to pull this up right here. So thin or thick crust pizza. What do you guys say? Me personally, I like them both. I really do. I like New York styles. I like Chicago styles. They're both really good. I do think you get a little bit more food with the deep dish pizza, the thick crust. So I think I'm going to have to go with the thick crust because I want as much food as I can get. But let's see what you all had to say. Billy Edwards, you said thin crust, extra sauce all the way. Hey, it's all in the sauce. The cheese is important in a pizza too, but it's all about the sauce. Extra sauce all the way. I feel you, Billy. I don't think I agree with you as far as the thin crust goes, but the extra sauce, I'm right there with you. So, yes, thank you for commenting. Next one, thinna thick. All right, Megan Rethford said thinna thick, between thick and thin. Okay, so somewhere in the middle. I feel that, Thank you for commenting, Megan. And then the last comment. Chris said, it depends. It's not a one-size-fits-all answer. That is very true. It does depend. It depends on which restaurant you're going to. It depends on really how the pizza's cooked. There's a lot of different factors that goes in to that perfect pizza. So, you know what, Chris? Thank you so much for commenting. But that does it for Before the Four. Make sure you all stick around for tonight's newscast. We got some big stories for you all this evening. But I hope everyone has a great rest of your Monday, and make sure you stay tuned. Well, if you don't already have the 48 News app, make sure you download that. Get the 48 First Alert weather app. Get those push notifications turned on, and get the breaking news delivered directly to your phone. But anyway, I want to thank you all for sticking around with me today, and y'all know the drill. With WAFF 48, I'm A.J. Wuest, and I am on your side. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great rest of your evening.